All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick's Strength and Power. So I've got another video of Roelly Winklaar here, again from that Sharuk Classic guest posing that he did, where he was roughly 7 weeks out from the Olympia. Now, this video in particular is an interesting video because I think one of the main points that Roelly Winklaar has needed to work on would be his back, specifically his mid to lower lat area. That just seems to be lacking in depth and detail. And that would be the primary thing when it comes to him versus Phil Heath. That Phil Heath would beat him in if Roelly Winklaar was in the conversation of a top 3 placing, trying to get that first place spot. I think the main deciding factor would be his back. Now, there were 2 weak points really that I think Roelly really needed to work on. Number 1 was the waistline, and number 2 would be the back. Now, he was able to improve his waistline. He got that gut smaller, whether he got it smaller physically or he was just able to control it better to present the illusion that it was smaller. But in either case, the appearance that he brought to the 2018 Arnold Classic Australia, the end result of whatever he did was in fact a smaller waist and no quote-unquote bubble gut. But I think the more critical weak point for Roelly is going to be the back, because really the deciding factor for Roelly in most of the shots are going to be the back shots. You can see Roelly win a majority of front shots against most of the top Olympia guys. You can see Roelly win even a majority of the side shots against many of the top Olympia guys, assuming he is conditioned. But when it comes to the back, I think that's where Roelly struggles, and that's what holds him back in terms of placing in that top 4, and really putting him in striking distance of that Mr. Olympia title. So based on this video where we have a clear shot of the back double bicep, the lat spread, we can clearly see what Roelly's back development is looking like. It appears to me his back is looking about the same. It's not looking any better or worse, but it's looking about the same, which is not really a good thing for Roelly. Now, obviously, I wasn't expecting him to bring it up that much because he just competed a couple months ago at that Arnold Australia. So there wasn't really that much time to make improvements to the back. And I think at this point, the back is just something that it is what it is. The structure of his back is just always going to be the same. Now, that being said, I think all this really means is the back hasn't come up, but it's not really going to hold him back too much. I think he's still going to move up in placings this year. I think there's a potential for Roelly to sneak in that top 4 somewhere, beating a guy potentially like a Dexter or a Bonac or a Roden. All of these guys, I believe, he's beaten in the past. Now it's just a matter of can he beat them on the Olympia stage. I think there's even a potential for Roelly to get as high as 3rd place. But when it comes to going up against a guy like Phil, as much as I would love to see Roelly Winklaar win the Mr. Olympia title, when it comes to the back shots, man, I just don't see it happening against Phil Heath unless that back comes up. Regardless of Phil being off, regardless of Roelly being 110%, it's said time and time again that shows are won from the back. And if Roelly just can't bring up that depth and detail against a guy like Phil Heath, he's never going to beat Phil. Now, if Phil happens to retire, then I think we have a shot of seeing Roelly Winklaar win the Mr. Olympia. I think Roelly can outsize, outmass, and just outcondition a lot of these guys to the point where he could win an Olympia where there's not a Phil Heath. But as long as Phil Heath is on that Olympia stage, I don't think we really have a shot at seeing Roelly win. But I do think he has a shot at that top 3. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.